You're describing a cycle of violence here. You guys didn't invent it. It's very well entrenched. I mean, it's a circle. It just goes around and around and around. And here's the thing. It tends to get worse, not better, if something doesn't happen to change it. It's definitely a cycle of violence.
Hello, and welcome to another video from my channel. You guys have to realize. We're back. We're doing something a little bit different today. I've got my lovely wife, Lily, here.
Hey everyone.
Today we're not doing a reaction or commentary. I've got a different video planned, and I'd like to present the 5 faces of Amberlynn Reid. That's right. In my opinion, our girl goes through quite the cycle. It varies from time to time, but for the most part, it does kind of harken back to the same thing over and over again. It kind of goes through every video that you could think of from Amberlynn, and what's most disturbing about it is halfway through doing the research for this video, I realized that the 5 faces are very similar to the 7 deadly sins. Yeah, you know, that's up for you to decide. You know, there are many of us in the Amberverse. Some of us drive luxury vehicles, some of us ride on comets. Me, I drive a Volvo station wagon. So if you're ready, grab yourself a snack and strap in, because we are headed towards the Amberverse.
Working on this editing might take a couple hours. Make some bagels taste sour, then I take a shower.
Here we go again.
Amazon unboxing till it makes me feel better. Then I'll cover up the comments like some stretches in my sweater. Ready? Ain't felt this good since I broke up with Becky. I get my Torrid on, I'm feeling sexy. Like miss my pill reminders cause I'm on too many meds. Yeah, I gotta stay in bed, but I'm feeling good. I don't do my taxes, I might need some help. I don't plant a garden, I get lettuce off the shelf. I don't wanna work hard, I just want the clout. I don't like my girlfriend, so I switch them out. I don't wear a seatbelt, it only slows me down. When I order Uber Eats, I gotta have the hash browns. Yeah, I got a couple lawsuits, I had to leave town. I don't have a license, my girl drives me around. Target haul, Torrid haul, don't check the price, I got it. That money stacking up like those calories I counted.
Stage 1. Pity. The first face of Amberlynn's cycle is pride or pity. You could also call this vanity. These would be the videos that would have to do with her injuries, breakups, relationships. Just this past video of something bad happened. I'm not going to tell you what happened, I don't want to talk about it, but something bad happened, please feel bad for me. And now we found out just a couple days ago that she's just not going to reveal what happened. So, I mean, that's just crazy to me.
Clickbait.
If that's not clickbait, I don't know what is. And
that's the worst kind of clickbait because there's nothing
there.
Ain't nothing down there.
There's nothing down there. And they flew away. I saw them with some birds.
I mean, she'll talk about lymphedema. She'll talk about her trauma, cancer, her childhood. Anything to do with her health care generally has to do with her wanting people to feel bad for her. She either has something that's gone wrong with her health care that's totally not her fault, and she just needs some time, guys. She just needs some good vibes and prayers. She doesn't believe in God, but she would still like for you to pray. And I haven't even mentioned the whole being big is expensive side of things, where she basically will just play a victim due to her size. And that's just, I mean, if you're not trying to garner pity from that, I don't know what you're doing. The dehumanization arc, complete pity party. Side effects from Ozempic, every video where she said, I lied. I lied and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but let's not forget she couldn't even say I lied in that last video. She said, I've done my fair little share of things I regret, but I never lied about my health. Girl, you can't even say, hey, I lied in the past, but I'm not lying about, like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Go ahead and try and sugarcoat that a little more.
2 shots of vodka. Woo! That's gonna be strong.
Jordy's call on the euphemism. I totally forgot what that word even meant. So, good on you, Jordy.
Yeah, Jordy was the target of her anger this week.
I think that whenever she puts out these videos where she claims that she's sorry about lying, she always has a reason that she lies. She always has to explain her lie away. And the way she explains it is for people to feel bad for her. It's always this pity party. And it really is kind of crazy. But hey, that's just stage 1. And that brings us to Stage 2, Sloth. These would be the videos of nothing. I would say that the So Raw videos fall into this type of content. Anything that's about drama or tea spilling. At this point in her life, it's really nothing new, and if it is something dramatic, it's kind of just not as impactful as it once was. So we've really come to stagnate in this era of Amberlynn, or become slothful.
Wow.
And she's mostly just playing these things up too, in a more dramatic way
Yeah,
than
like the
really what
journaling.
is needed.
Like the journaling, for instance. I mean, all that she's doing is writing a journal entry in her journals each day. That is something that is very common for a lot of people, But she has to build it up like it's some big deal, and I just don't know why, because it's really not. The scratch art. I think that the scratch art was a key instance of just Sloth, really doing nothing, and then trying to be like, I'm just having such a good time about this. The lazy recipes.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
And for this, I'm going to bring up the microwaved bagels. Just awful. Just terrible.
What, you mean you don't like microwaved bagels?
I don't think that anyone in their right mind would take a microwaved bagel over a toasted bagel.
When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
This stage also has to do with her videos where they're kind of clickbaity about nothing. Just a few weeks ago, she put a video out that said, I'm single. Of course, she's not single, but, she's got to clickbait people, and she's got to talk about nothing while she's at it.
If she is or isn't, she's probably not even going to tell us one way or the other, so does it even matter?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
This stage would also include anything of her complaining, rumors that she wants to talk about or spread. It's just nonsense. And speaking of nonsense, any nonsense to be filmed with Jade, which, let's be honest here, the content that has Jade, it's about the most exciting content from Amberlynn in a long time, and it's awful, so that should really say something. But that brings us to Stage 3, Wrath. Stage 3 is probably the most recognizable face of Amberlynn, and that is the face of wrath, or anger. She's been really showing this side lately, blaming her audience, blaming her viewers, the hate comments.
And might I add, it is the most genuine. It seems like she fakes a lot of the other emotions, but I don't think she really has to fake the anger very much. It seems pretty genuine. It's a little intense.
You just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop, drop down, snap,
Not that everything isn't faked. There are some things included on this list that I would say are very faked. Like the done being silent videos, and the intimidation. This whole reaction channels are toxic, and I need to collect names so I can report them all. That's intimidation. That is intimidation through a power dynamic. You have 200,000 subscribers, and you keep on this claim of, I've been on YouTube for 10 fucking years. Well, if you're gonna bully people with your copyright abuse, it's kinda not cool, man. That's kinda not cool, because you don't even have to do anything. All you have to do is say something, and that is enough to intimidate. So that is really not cool. Angry Lynn is very much a thing, and very much needs to work on herself.
Why don't you just quit? 'Cause I got no place else to go.
The problem is that Anger Lynn is also faultless Lynn. It's very, very difficult for someone who is a narcissist to A, admit their wrongdoing, and B, move on from it in a positive, constructive way. The hateful attitude towards her audience simply continues. Threats being made, I'm done, what's wrong is wrong, everyone is toxic but her.
I don't know, she seems to talk to her own audience in the most rude, hateful, disrespectful way.
Dispecful.
And just basically assume that they're all stupid, assume that they can't think for themselves, all these things. And
That was the rudest thing she has said in a
I'm
long
sure
time.
there's a lot of people who are watching her videos regularly who are pretty insulted by that. And, I don't blame them. Sitting there saying, oh, well, I don't like reaction channels because they put this idea out and then you just want to believe it because it's so entertaining. These people can't think for themselves. Pretty sure that these people can think for themselves, and they've decided that they don't like your behavior, Amberlynn. You can't handle that they don't like your behavior, so that just means, oh, well, a reaction channel must have just filled their head with that. No, I'm pretty sure that they decided it. Sure, the reaction channels may be influential, but they're putting out ideas that are already in existence.
Yeah.
That argument from her is kind of BS, in my opinion.
My ears are bleeding!
Now, here's the funny thing about this stage. When she's in the stage of wrath and blaming people and throwing out insults and threats, it generally garners her the most, I'm not going to say views, but reputation at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, her name gets talked about. The reaction channels start talking about her because they're like, wow, what a crazy person.
It just kicks up the drama.
Who would say things like that? The drama is kicked up to the next level. And for her, that immediately means that she needs to move into her money-making videos. And that brings us to Stage 4, Gluttony. Stage 4 is probably the grossest of the stages, as I cannot stand watching this. I've never liked mukbangs. I don't even pronounce them correctly.
They make me pretty uncomfortable as well.
They honestly make me kind of sick a lot of the time. But, for other people, they really enjoy it. Being gluttonous is a thing for people. And I'm not saying that that's really that wrong, because, this is America.
We all have our moments where maybe we could be like that a little bit, but it can definitely get out of hand.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And I would say that it has certainly gotten out of hand in Amber's case.
Okay, I got it, sir.
This stage really just speaks for itself. Amber has said herself that her highest money-making content is her mukbangs, I can't fucking say that word. Anything that is eat with me or I'm eating, and that is why she very often will post videos of what I ate today with a picture, a thumbnail of her taking a bite of something.
To be fair, I would not like this from anyone. It doesn't matter what your size is, what your weight is. I don't really just enjoy watching people eat in any circumstance. So to the ones out there who do, I don't know what that's about. You guys are cut from a different cloth, I guess.
She doesn't even go here.
The ultra gluttony is only made worse by her constant insulting behavior that's basically around it. Whenever anyone says anything of, maybe you shouldn't do this, or this is a little insulting, she basically snaps back with, you don't get to dictate my content, you don't get to bully me off YouTube, and turns into a kind of a gremlin.
But she's trying to bully their reaction channels off YouTube and trying to dictate their content as well, so...
By more than just verbal attacks.
Isn't that just hypocrite, Lynn?
And it's by more than just verbal attacks as well. She is really threatening, and she has come for channels before by abusing the copyright system. So, really, I don't know why she has to do this. She's done it before. If I were her, in order to garner a better reputation, I would never, ever, ever touch that subject again.
Stop talking about it.
And she just willingly jumps all in. Once we finish with the gluttony section of the videos, Amber then likes to do a little something different. Generally, it's, it can vary from time to time. And that brings us to our next stage, Stage 5, Greed.
I don't have a good response to this at all, I'm not gonna lie.
The greed stage, or wastefulness, is the worst and most I almost said most. It is the most insulting phase of Amber's cycle. This has to do with her excessive ordering Uber Eats, torrid hauls, clothing hauls, ordering from Amazon, getting gifts for wifey, her excessive amount of gaudy, crappy jewelry, her purses.
Just excessive spending in general.
I'm a shopaholic.
And the worst part about all of it is probably just the wasting of food. Whenever she does her fridge clean out or whatever. I know that seems good, but really what it shows to me is that she's very poor at using her food in a timely manner. In my opinion, this really pisses people off. It makes people the most mad to see her, basically just abusing her position as a YouTuber. First, she goes through the other 4 cycles, makes people mad in a number of ways, but then she finishes. This is the last cycle, by the way.
And she gets to monetize all of it.
Yeah, monetizing all of it. And the last part is just her wasting everything that she's made, using everything that she's worked for to buy crap.
Thrift stores, we're getting all of our money.
Her argument that she said a lot of times, oh, well, I grew up poor, and people, when they haven't had a lot of money, when they do get money, they spend it, this and that. I get that a little bit, but at the same time, she's had this income from YouTube for quite some time now, and I'd say it's been pretty decent for a while now, like several years, right? And at this point, she should be used to her general income from this. She should be able to manage it a little bit better.
If she had done her taxes correctly.
I mean, this isn't even about taxes. I'm just saying in general, this argument would make sense maybe for the beginning time of this big income, but after some time, this just shows a lack of self-control, a lack of discipline. And so this argument of, oh, well, I grew up poor, that's a little bit frustrating. A lot of us, okay, I'm going to be real here, a lot of us grew up poor. A lot of us might even still be poor. Even people that work hard are still struggling in this current day and age. It's just a frustrating thing when she says that. It's like
this is
an insult to so many people.
This is why this stage is the most insulting.
Amberlynn
has extremely poor judgment and insight.
Everything was going fine until her All right, shut your mouth, Bart!
Please!
Get over here. Hey, watch out, Bart! Don't do it,
So, at this point, Amber, having garnered as much as she can from her cycle, she now pisses people off as much as she can at the very end of it, and we move back to the beginning of the cycle, right back to pity. We start over with some sort of injury, or some sort of something bad happened, something to try and make her audience forget about the wastefulness, forget about the greed, forget about the wrongdoing. And I tell you what, this has been going on for quite some time now. Quite some time. I mean, we've had the crap with Becky. We've had the crap with reaction channels. We've had the crap with going out to Olive Garden.
How I don't miss working there.
It just goes and goes and goes. The cycles of Amberlynn are few but powerful. I think she's been working on this cycle for quite some time and has finally refined it to just a circle now. Of course, there is some variation in her videos weekly. Every so often a video won't match up to the exact pattern here. But for the most part, I would say that this is the pattern. It's very unhealthy. It's kind of disturbing. But hey, that's up for you to decide. Well, we have been teleported out of the Amberverse. She heard us talking about her cycle. She said, "That's my cycle. I came up with that." And then she swatted us and swatted us straight into the French Fry Nebula. We're good. Everything's good. We're good. If you look to your right, there will be a stewardess to help you out of the Volvo station wagon, and you'll be back at home, safe and sound in no time. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this special episode of You Guys Have to Realize with my girl, Lily.
Yes, thank you all for watching.
I'd like to remind everyone that these videos are put out for entertainment purposes only. Please do not send any hateful or disparaging remarks to myself or anyone mentioned in the videos. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Why don't we go? You don't have to be alone.